Hello students, I am Manoj Kundare, the Assistant Professor of Electronic Science. Welcome back to our e-learning platform. In previous video, we have seen the working principle of NPN and PNP transistor. The link of the previous video is available in the description box. Please check it. Now, in this video, we are going to see the transistor amplifier configuration. A general two-port network for any electrical circuit has its input and output port. The input port requires two input terminals and also the output port requires two output terminals. Therefore, it requires total four terminals and is called as two-port four-terminal network. That means in this diagram, two port four terminal network, the input port and output port is shown in which there are two input terminals and the two output terminals. That means any electronic or electrical circuit or a system has the two input terminals and the two output terminals. But our transistor is a three terminal device. That means the three terminals are collector, base, emitter. That means we cannot use the transistor as a network. Hence, we have to common any one terminal of this transistor. For that purpose, we use the transistors in three configurations. That means the common base, common emitter or common collector configuration. I hope you all understand the transistor amplifier concept, configuration concept. Depending upon the terminal which is used as a common terminal to the input and to the output terminal, the transistor can be connected in following three configurations. First one is common base configuration, second is common emitter, and third one is common collector configuration. That means it is very simple that to use a transistor in a network or as a network, we have to make one terminal common. That means if we directly common it, then the three terminals or the transistor can be used in the network. Okay, I hope you all understand the concept. And there are three type of transistor configuration: CB, CE and CC. CB means common base, CE means common emitter, and CC means common collector configuration. Let's see the details of each one by one. First one is common base configuration. This is the diagram of common base configuration, okay, in which, as the name implies, the base terminal is common between the input terminal and the output terminal. Okay, the emitter is the input side and the collector is at the output side. The current in emitter is IE and current in collector is called as IC. Hence, here IE is the input current while IC is the output current. VBE is the input voltage, or it is the voltage between base and emitter, and VCB is the voltage between base and collector. In common base configuration, emitter is the input terminal and collector is the output terminal and base is the common terminal. Okay, this is the input terminal, collector is the output terminal, and base is the common terminal between input and output. The base terminal is grounded in the common base configuration. Okay, this terminal is grounded. So the common base configuration is also known as grounded base configuration. I hope you all understand the connections of the common base configuration. Let's see once again. As the name implies common base, the base terminal is common between input and the output. The input is emitter and output is collector. Okay. Now let's see the next configuration, common collector configuration. In common collector configuration, base is the input terminal and emitter is the output terminal and collector is the common terminal. That means, as the name implies, common collector, means the collector terminal is common between input side and the output side. Here the input side is base while the output side is emitter. Okay, the base current or the input current is IB and the emitter current or the output current is IE. Okay, the collector terminal is grounded in common collector configuration. So the common collector configuration is also known as grounded collector configuration. I hope you all understand the connections. Let's see once again. Here, as the name implies common collector, the collector terminal is grounded. Okay, base is the input terminal while the collector is the output terminal. The current in the base is IB, hence it is known as input current. The current in the emitter is IE and it is called as the output current. Now let's see the third type of transistor configuration, common emitter configuration. The most widely used transistor configuration is the common emitter configuration. In common emitter configuration, base is the input terminal and collector is the output terminal and emitter is the common terminal. Okay, as the name implies common emitter, the emitter terminal is common between input and the output. The input is the base and the output is the collector. Okay, here the current in the base is IB and it is called as input current. The current in the collector is called as IC and it is the output current. The emitter terminal is grounded in the common emitter configuration. So the common emitter configuration is also known as grounded emitter configuration. Let's see once again. In this diagram, as the name implies common emitter, the emitter terminal is common between input and output side. The input side is base and the output side is collector. The current in the base is IB and it is called as the input current. The current in the collector is IC and it is called as the output current. I hope you all understand the basic things about the transistor configurations, common base, common collector and common emitter. Okay, now let's see in details the common emitter configuration. The input signal is applied between the base and the emitter, while the output signal is taken between the collector and the emitter terminals. That means the input signal is applied between base and emitter, while the output is calculated between collector and emitter. The supply voltage between base and emitter is known as VBE and the supply voltage between collector and emitter is known as VCE. Okay. In common emitter configuration, the input current or the base current is denoted by IB and the output current or the collector current is denoted by IC. To fully describe the behavior of a transistor with CE configuration, we need two set of characteristics, input characteristics and output characteristics. Let's see the input characteristics of this transistor. Okay, before going to see the input characteristics, let's see a short operation of this transistor or the NPN transistor in common emitter mode. Okay, here the base emitter or the supply between base and emitter is forward bias. That means positive terminal is connected to the p type material and negative terminal is connected to the n type material, and this is the reverse bias connection. Okay, now let's see the operation. Due to forward bias applied across this junction, the emitter current flows. Okay, and this emitter, and due to this reverse bias voltage, the collector current flows. We know that the base current or the emitter current, the base current is the input current and the collector current is the output current. Let's see the input characteristics of common emitter configuration. The input characteristics describe the relationship between input current or the base current and the input voltage or the base emitter voltage. Okay, this is the input characteristics. To determine the input characteristics, the output voltage VCE is kept constant at 0 volt and the input voltage VBE is increased from 0 volt to different voltage levels. Okay, for each voltage level of input voltage VBE, the corresponding input current IB is recorded. That means input characteristics means it is the graph of input current versus the input voltage, while at the same time the output voltage VCE kept constant. The first case is VCE kept constant at 0 volt, then we get this graph. Then after increasing the VCE equal to 10 volt, we get this graph, and as so on we get the different graphs or the different current curves at the different output voltage levels. I hope you all understand the input characteristics of the common emitter configuration. From the characteristics, we can see that for higher fixed values of the output voltage VCE, the curve shifts to the right side. That means as we increase the VCE, the curve shifts towards the right side. Okay. This is because for higher fixed values of the output voltage, the cut-in voltage is increased about 0.7 volt. Therefore, to overcome this cut-in voltage, more input voltage VB is needed than the previous case. Okay, now let's see the output characteristics of common emitter configuration. This is the output characteristics of the common emitter configuration. The output characteristic describe the relationship between output current and the output voltage VCE. To determine the output characteristics, the input current or the base current is kept constant at 0 microampere and the output voltage VCE is increased from 0 volt to the different voltage levels. For each level of output voltage, the corresponding output current IC is recorded. That means the output characteristics is the graph of output voltage versus the output current, while the input current is kept constant here. The first case is 0 microampere, second is 20 microampere, third is 40 microampere, and for each constant value of the input current we get the different lines or the different regions. Okay, let's see. When the base current or the input current IB is equal to 0 microampere, the transistor operates in the cutoff region. In this region, both junctions are reverse biased. That means when the base current is 0 microampere, that means when the base current is 0 microampere, then the transistor operates in this region, and this region is known as the cutoff region. In this region, both the junctions are reverse biased, and in cutoff region, the transistor is operates as or works as an open switch. Okay, now the emitter base junction is already forward biased, therefore, both the junctions are forward biased. The transistor operates in the saturation region. In this region, small increase in output voltage VCE will rapidly increase the output current IC. That means when both the junctions are forward bias, then the transistor operates in this region. This region is known as the saturation region, and when the transistor operates in the saturation region, it works as the closed switch. Okay, I hope you all understand the characteristics, and if we want to use the transistor as an amplifier, then we have to operate it in the active region, that means in this region. Okay, let's see once again. The output characteristics is the graph of output voltage versus the output current while at the constant input current. Okay, as the input current changes, this graph is also changes. There are mainly three regions of operations. Below ib equal to 0 microampere, transistor operates on or operates in the cutoff region. Okay, in this region the transistor operates in saturation region, and if we want to operate the transistor as an amplifier, then we have to operate in the active region. Okay, I hope now you all understand the output characteristics of the common emitter configuration. Let's see some transistor parameters. The first parameter is dynamic input resistance, Ri. Dynamic input resistance is defined as the ratio of change in input voltage or base voltage to the corresponding change in input current or the base current, with the output voltage or collector voltage Vc kept constant. Okay, that means we are going to see here the transistor configuration in common emitter mode. Okay, this is the symbol of the transistor. This is base terminal, emitter and collector. Okay, this side is input side while this side is the output side. Okay, here emitter is common between base or input and the output. The current flowing through the base is the base current, while the current flowing through the collector is the collector current IC. IB is the input current and IC is the output current. Okay, the voltage source connected between base and emitter is known as VBE, and the voltage source connected between the collector and emitter is known as VCE. And we know that from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So R is V upon I. At the input side, V is VBE upon I is IB. This is the input resistance. Similarly, we can calculate the output resistance such as V is VCE upon IC. This is the output resistance. I hope now you all understand how to calculate input resistance and the output resistance. Okay, the ratio of VBE to the IB at Vc equal to constant is known as the dynamic input resistance. In CE configuration, the input resistance is very low. Similarly, we can calculate the dynamic output resistance. The dynamic output resistance is defined as the ratio of change in output current or collector voltage, change in output voltage or collector voltage to the corresponding change in output current or collector current with input current or the base current kept constant. That means R0 is equal to Vce upon Ic at Ib equal to constant. In CE configuration, the output resistance is high. The next transistor parameter is alpha. The ratio of collector current or the output current to the emitter current or the input current is known as alpha. That means alpha is the ratio of collector current to the emitter current, IC upon IE. It is a current gain in CB configuration, and it indicates that the amount of emitter current reaching to the collector. Its value is unity ideally, and practically it is less than unity. The next parameter is beta. It is the current gain factor in the common emitter configuration. It is the ratio of collector current or the output current to the base current or the output current. Sorry, here one mistake here. The beta is the ratio of collector current to the base current. Okay, IC upon IB. Normally, its value is greater than 100. The next parameter is gamma. It is the current gain in common collector configuration and it is the ratio of emitter current to the base current, IE upon IB. Okay, IE upon IB. It is also called as emitter efficiency, that how much current is injected from the emitter to base after recombination of minority charge carriers in the base. Its value is high compared to alpha and beta. Why is the what is the relation between alpha, beta and gamma in transistor? Alpha, beta and gamma are the current gain factors in 3 CB, CE and CC configurations respectively. That means alpha is the current gain factor in CB configuration, beta is the current gain configuration or current gain factor in CE configuration, and gamma is the current gain factor in CC configuration. The relation between alpha, beta and gamma is alpha is equal to beta upon beta plus 1. Beta is equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha and gamma is equal to beta plus 1. Let's see the relation between alpha and beta. We know that alpha is equal to, it is the ratio of collector current to the emitter current, and beta is the ratio of collector current to the base current. For NPN transistor, we know that IE is equal to IB plus IC. That means emitter current is equal to the base current plus the collector current. Dividing each term by IC, we get IE upon IC, IB upon IC plus IC upon IC. IC upon IC is 1, hence we get IE upon IC is equal to IB upon IC plus 1. But alpha DC is equal to IC upon IE, hence the reciprocal of alpha is IE upon IC. Hence we get here 1 upon alpha is equal to 1 upon beta plus 1. After simplification this equation, we get 1 upon alpha is equal to 1 plus beta upon beta. Rearranging these terms, we get, or we after reciprocating this, we get alpha DC is equal to beta DC upon 1 plus beta DC or beta. That means we get the relation here alpha is equal to beta upon 1 plus beta. Similarly, we can prove that beta is equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha. I hope you all understand the transistor configurations. Thank you.